Hi everyone, it's Michelle at michellesizemore.com. That has one L in my website link. I'm a Creative Memories advisor. Today you'll learn how to make this layout using Creative Memories products. And this is using a sketch that I created right here. So I made this sketch a while ago. I've made lots of layouts with it. I'm going to teach you this one, and then I'll show you lots of other ones that I've created with the same exact layout. I really like this layout. So I've done a lot with it. I'm going to post a link to the sketch in the comments on the YouTube video. So that link will take you to the sketch, which you can download to your computer and then print off if you wish. Or you can just pause and stop the video and jot down all the measurements. Okay, so let's set this aside and we will get started. I used the Sweet on You collection by Creative Memories. It's our Valentine's Day collection. Everything on here was from that collection, except I did use white cardstock and white ruled paper. Those were the only things I believe on here that weren't from that collection. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to remove this and just show you how to make one page, because basically this is a mirror image of this page with the basics. So I'm going to grab everything that I've used to make this layout. Here's my piece of ruled paper, and it's I will have to cut it to fit. I used red paper. This is from Sweet on You, this chocolate, and this pink with hearts. This is more paper for the other side, but I'm not going to create the other side. Here we go. And I used this sticker strip from Sweet on You. That's where I got these donuts and sweets at the bottom. It's this strip right here. And then these right here are actually, the love cookie is from this. This strawberry and Be My Valentine, this was actually from the Sweet on You card kit. I don't have any more of that to show it to you because I've used it all, but I tend to like, when I have a kit that I really, really like, and Creative Memories makes a card kit to go with it, I like to buy the card kits and just use all the embellishments and cards in it on my scrapbook pages instead of using them. I mean, sometimes I make cards with them, but I always like to get extras to go with the collection because it gives me even more products to work with within that collection to be more creative. So that's where I got those. Okay, so let's set this aside and do the background layout. So, I'm sorry, I'm making a mess. So this is going to be my base paper. It's just a pink paper with little red hearts. And this brown will be the next, and the red will be the next. Okay, so I'm going to leave this paper as is, but the brown paper is cut to 11 by 11. So I'm going to cut basically 1 inch off of two sides of this because it's a 12 by 12 piece of paper and I want it to be 11 by 11. I'm going to pop this lid open and take this blade out, replace it with my straight blade. Okay, and then I'm going to open my arm and make sure this little foot is flipped out so that it will all be level here. And this gives me extra measuring space for my paper. So I'm just going to cut 1 inch off of two sides, and that will make my square piece 11 by 11. So I'm going to line this up with the 11-inch mark right here. Okay, it's lined up with the 11. And it's going to, this edge is to help keep it straight. And you want it to be straight all the way at the top and close. And then you're going to cut. And that basically just cut 1 inch off. Save this because you can do borders and things with it. And then I'm going to flip it one way to the left and line it up with the 11 again. Okay, make sure it's straight all the way at the top. And then cut. Okay, and again, this will give you two, borders you can get out of that. Excuse me. Okay, now this red paper is cut to 10.5 by 10.5. Okay, so I'm going to basically line this up with 10.5 right there. Make sure it's straight all the way at the top. And cut. Again, this would be a great border. Flip it this way and do it again. Cut it at 10.5. Make sure it's straight at the top. And cut and save this. Okay. So now I've got my base papers. So let's do this. So this is what it's going to be like. You're going to bring this down and to the right. This is we're working on the left-hand side page, and basically the right-hand side will be a mirror image of this. So down and to the right. Let's go ahead and mount that. I'm going to be, put dabs of tape runner all along the edges and at the corners, and then a few in the middle. So I'm going to line it up down here. I don't want to get adhesive on my table. Let's work on top of, let's work on top of this. Sorry, I should have thought this through. Here we go. I'm going to work on top of this. So here's my base paper. I've already put my tape runner here, and I want to line this up at the lower right. Okay, get that straight there. I love all the grid marks on this mat. Line it up at the lower right. You want to make sure you don't see that bottom paper peeking out past the edge. So line it up well. Okay, and then just gently press it, making it stick down. Okay. All right, now we're going to add this red paper, and it's going to go at the lower right as well. We're going to do the same thing. Okay, just little dabs all over, especially on the edges. Excuse me. And we're going to line it up at the lower right, and we want to make sure none of that brown shows out past the edges of the red. Okay. And we're going to cut. Now let's flip it over and make sure. Yeah, that's sticking out a little bit. So I'm just going to take my scissors, because you want everything to be lined up with the edge of that red paper. Or, well, it's red on the back of the background paper. That's pretty good. Okay. So I don't see any of the edges sticking out past here. So now I have my base page, which is this. Okay. Now I'm going to add my sticker at the bottom. And I just want to it to be very close to the bottom, but not overlap past the page. You want some red to show on the bottom, and kind of get it to where the donuts line up at the edges. That's perfect. So there's that. Next, I'll do this piece. So basically, I just used white cardstock, and I cut it to 4 1/4 wide by 3 inches tall. So I'm going to take some cardstock, and I'm going to cut it to 4 1/4 wide, which is right there is my mark. I'll save that to use for something else. By 3 inches tall. So flip it one way to the left, and then line it up with the 3 inches mark up here. Follow the grid line all the way down. And that's how I got this piece. Okay. So that piece will go there. And then pretend these are photos. So this photo I need to cut to 5 by 4. So it's already like 4 here. This is like as a pretend photo. So I'm going to move it this way and line it up with the 5. So I just need to cut an inch off of one side. And cut. And that would be this photo. I would do the same here. And then this photo would be 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm not going to go through all the steps because they're the same, but the measurements are different. So I would line it up and, you know, cut my photos, what this says. And then my mats are just simply pieces of white cardstock, and they're cut 1/4 of an inch bigger on 2 sides. So I'll show you how to do that. If I want a mat that's 4, well, let's do it here. Excuse me. I need some water. Give me a sec. Goodness. Okay. So to cut let's just do this. So I cut my photo, my pretend photo. And then my mat needs to be 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to grab some white cardstock. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it to 5 1/4. So on here, that would be right there. 5 1/4. Cut that. And then flip it one way and cut it to 4 1/4. Okay, so this should be just the right size to match that photo. So let's write on here that this is a photo. Okay. It would be better if I use 2 different colors. I'm going to buy some light gray cardstock and start using that for my pretend photos. But as these colors are slightly different, so you will be able to tell. So I'm going to add some repositionable tape runner at each corner, and then a couple of little dabs here and there. So I'm going to, this would go on top of your mat, and then you've got a matted photo. I like a white mat on this red paper. I think it just looks good, and it pops. And then that's where so that's how you would do your photos and your mats. You just follow these measurements. And then, goodness, we're basically done. So then we've got, what in the world? Okay. Oh, this is my original. I'm so sorry. Okay, this is my, okay. Give me a sec. Okay, so this is my version of this. So I just wanted to show y'all how to do all these measurements. Then I showed you how to do the photos, and you would add your photos here. And then on this little card that I showed you how to cut, you would add these embellishments from, this is the sticker, and then this is from the card kit. And then over here, you would on the other side, you would just do this. So it's basically a mirror image. You would do the same thing I did, except you would bring all of your stuff down to the lower left. So here was the lower right. So you just bring it all in. And then you would just add a few little stickers. And then your journal box is just basically ruled paper that you can get from Creative Memories. And it is cut to 4 1/4 inches wide by 3 inches tall. And then you would just write on it with a black pen. So it's really easy, a really easy layout. And I do want to add, if you wanted to, I think your background paper needs to be full 12 by 12. But this brown paper, if you cut it like I showed you how to cut it, and then you wanted to kind of come down here and cut a piece out of it that you could save and use on another layout, you could do that and then just mount the red on top, because all you're going to see of that is this right here. So that's just an idea, but I didn't want to do all of that. I just wanted to show you how to make it basic, and then if you decided you wanted to do that, you could. Okay, so this is my Valentine version. So I've got a lot of layouts using this sketch to show you. I kind of had fun with it. I've not done them all at once. I've done them over time. I made this sketch a long time ago, but I've never taught it on YouTube. Okay, so here's an album, and I put these, well, let me show you how to put this in top loading pages. Okay, so these pages fit in just like our regular pages with the staples and the jeeping, but they're clear top loading pockets. So I'm going to put this in here. So this will be on the left, and then I'll put this on the right, and then you can see what it would look like in the book. I love these top loading pages because you can work on your pages outside of your book. Okay, so, and then just kind of bring this in here a little bit. Okay, so try to bring it in just a little. All right, so I love pages like this where you open it up and the layout is 2 pages. So that's pretty much how I always do my pages. It's like everything's a 2-page layout for the most part. Okay, so these are all the other ideas that I've done with this layout. So this was using, I think this is called Summer Break Collection. And these were lemon stickers that go with it. So I just changed it up a little. The layout basically just shows you, like, this just means you can put something down here. You could put sticker border. I mean, you could double it up if you wanted to just because of the space. You could take a border maker cartridge and do something down here. It's just a guide, you know, to kind of give you an idea. So to put your border down here, and up here it kind of shows mix and match your embellishments to do a cluster. So this was my cluster of embellishments, and these are the papers that I chose to do. The dark blue and the light blue are both cardstock, and this is paper from the Summer Break collection. And this was actually a journal card, but it was 4x6, so I cut it down, and I drew little pencil lines and did my writing and then erased the pencil lines. I can see where I didn't erase very well. Okay, so we're going to flip to another one. This is also from the Summer Break collection. I did these this summer. So I did these these popsicles on the bottom. And instead of doing a cluster of embellishments, I just put one big sun. So you can basically take a sketch and then make it your own. Change it up as you wish. Okay, and then this was using the Summer Break collection. Everything on here was from Summer Break. This is a sticker. These are stickers. And this is also Summer Break, and these are stickers. And this right here was a border maker cartridge. It's called something beverages. It's like lemonade and stuff. So I cut a border maker cartridge, and then I just cut it down to fit here. So instead of it being 12 by 12, I just cut it to fit there. And there's an extra page in there. And that's all. So you can take this layout and make it look different every time. So I really like this layout. I like a basic layout like this, but you can do different things to make it your own. So again, I will post the link to this sketch in the comments below the YouTube video, so you can download it from there. If you have any questions about it, you can email me at michsize@aol.com. That's all on my website. So just go to michelsizemore.com with 1 L in it, and you can get my email address. And you can order Creative Memories products there and all of that. Thank y'all so much for watching my video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.